Picture this. You've got $1,500 in your bank account. 1 month. Total freedom. You open your laptop and you're staring at two options, Thailand or Vietnam, and the internet is screaming at you from both sides. Thailand is the OG backpacker paradise. No, Vietnam is cheaper, faster, and more exciting. And you're sitting there thinking, who do I trust? Here's the truth nobody's telling you. One of these countries is quietly pulling ahead, economically, culturally, and for everyday life, and the other one is running on reputation alone. So today we're going full documentary mode. No travel blogger fluff. No sponsored hotel reviews. We're breaking down the real numbers, the hidden costs, the food, the infrastructure, the nightlife, the safety, and the future, because this isn't just about your vacation. This is about which country is winning the war for your wallet. Let's set the stage. Thailand. Population 72 million. GDP hovering around $500 billion. It has been the crown jewel of Southeast Asian tourism since the 1980s. Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Phuket, Koh Samui. These aren't just destinations, they're brand names recognized in every corner of the planet. Vietnam. Population 98 million. GDP around $430 billion and climbing fast. Hanoi. Ho Chi Minh City. Da Nang. Hoi An. This country went from war-torn and isolated to one of the fastest-growing economies in Asia in under 3 decades. Both countries are fighting for the same traveler, the same expat, the same remote worker with a laptop and a dream. But this isn't just a tourism competition. This is a story about economic strategy, cultural identity, and which model of growth actually works for real people, locals and foreigners alike. The stakes? Billions of dollars in tourism revenue. Millions of jobs. And for you, the decision of where to actually spend your money and potentially your life. Let's break it down. Okay, first things first, let's talk money. Because budget travel is one of the most abused phrases on the internet. In Thailand, a comfortable daily budget for a solo traveler runs roughly $30 to $50 a day. That gets you a decent guest house or budget hotel, 3 meals, local transport, maybe a temple or 2, and a chong beer at sunset. In Vietnam, that same $30 to $50 a day, it gets you more. A better room, more food, more beer, and Vietnamese craft beer culture is no joke. More experiences. Slightly cheaper everything. Here's the raw data. Street food meal in Bangkok. $1.50 to $3. Street food meal in Hanoi. $1 to $2. Budget hostel in Chiang Mai, $8 to $15 a night. Budget hostel in Hoi An, $6 to $12 a night. Beer in Thailand, $1.50 to $2.50. Beer in Vietnam, 50 cents to $1.50. Via Hoi on the corner, literally 25 cents sometimes. Motorbike rental in Thailand, $7 to $10 a day. Motorbike rental in Vietnam, $5 to $8 a day. Across almost every category, Vietnam comes in 10 to 30% cheaper. Think of it this way, Thailand is like shopping at H&M. Vietnam is like finding the same jacket at the thrift store next door. Still stylish. Way cheaper. And honestly, sometimes even better. But wait. Before Vietnam fans start celebrating, here's where things get complicated. Raw prices are only half the story. Thailand has something Vietnam doesn't. Infrastructure you don't have to fight. In Bangkok, you jump on the BTS Skytran. Clean, air-conditioned, fast, cheap. Around 50 cents to $1.50 per ride. The roads are chaotic, but workable. The healthcare system is world-class. Bangkok's Bumrungrad Hospital is one of the top 10 medical tourism destinations on the planet. You get sick in Thailand, you're going to be fine. Vietnam's infrastructure? It's getting there. Ho Chi Minh City is building its metro. Da Nang has improved massively. But outside the major cities, roads can be rough, internet connectivity can drop, and healthcare, while affordable, is not quite at Thailand's level yet. Then there's the tourist tax problem. In Vietnam, dual pricing, where foreigners pay more than locals, is common and openly practiced at many tourist sites. Hoi An's ancient town ticket, 120,000 VND for foreigners, free for locals. Small, but it adds up. And psychologically, it stings. Thailand is it too, but it's more subtle, and the tourism economy is so well-oiled that you often don't feel it. And here's the hidden trap nobody talks about. Thailand is dangerously easy to overspend in. The infrastructure makes it too comfortable. The malls are too good. The rooftop bars, too tempting. Suddenly your $30 a day budget mysteriously becomes $80 a day, and you're wondering what happened. Vietnam keeps you honest. Thailand seduces you into spending more. Which one is actually the budget country now? Let's talk about the thing that actually drives most travel decisions. Food. Thailand's cuisine is globally iconic for a reason. Pad Thai, green curry, mango sticky rice, tom yum. These dishes didn't just feed a nation, they conquered the world. There are more Thai restaurants in London than there are in some Thai cities. But here's what travel writers don't say enough. Vietnamese food might actually be more diverse. Think about it. Vietnam is a country stretching 1,650 kilometers from north to south, roughly the same distance as driving from London to Athens. And every single region has its own culinary identity. Hanoi's pho is nothing like Ho Chi Minh City's pho. Hoi An's chow lao, a dish you literally cannot get anywhere else on earth because the noodles are made with water from a specific ancient well. Hue has the most complex, royal imperial cuisine in all of Southeast Asia. Vietnam is one country with 15 food cultures. Thailand is extraordinary, but it's also more uniform. You know what you're getting, and it's delicious, but Vietnam keeps surprising you. For pure culinary adventure per dollar spent, Vietnam edges ahead. For comfort, familiarity, and knowing you'll always find something you love, Thailand never lets you down. This is where the conversation gets really interesting, because budget travel isn't just about the cheapest bed. It's about the life you're buying into. Thailand has a 40-year head start on the backpacker economy. The infrastructure for travelers is unmatched. Khao San Road, the full moon party, the island-hopping routes, the yoga retreats, the digital nomad cafes of Chiang Mai, where you can get a flat white, a co-working desk, and a pad CEW for under $10 combined. Chiang Mai, specifically, is often listed as one of the top 3 cities in the world for digital nomads. The internet is fast. The cost of living is staggeringly low. The expat community is massive and welcoming. Vietnam is building this fast. Da Nang has exploded in the last 5 years. Hoi An has become a legitimate slow travel destination. Ho Chi Minh City has a nightlife scene that Bangkok should honestly be nervous about. But Vietnam still has friction that Thailand doesn't. Language barrier is higher. Visa logistics, while improving, are more complex for some nationalities. Scams targeting tourists, particularly in Ho Chi Minh City, are more common and more brazen. This is where the contradiction begins. Vietnam is cheaper, but Thailand is easier. And for many people, especially first-time travelers or those on tight schedules, easy has a value that doesn't show up in spreadsheets. Let's zoom out for a second. Big picture. Because understanding where these countries are going matters just as much as where they are now. Vietnam's GDP growth rate has averaged 6 to 7% per year over the last decade. It survived COVID better than almost any Southeast Asian nation. Manufacturing is booming. Apple, Samsung, Intel have all moved significant production there. Vietnam is becoming Asia's new factory floor, and that's creating a middle class at extraordinary speed. What does that mean for budget travelers? Simple. Vietnam will not be this cheap forever. The country is getting richer. Prices are rising. The window for experiencing Vietnam at today's prices is genuinely closing. 10 years ago, Vietnam was shockingly affordable. 10 years from now, it may be closer to Thailand's current price point. Thailand, meanwhile, is hitting a ceiling. Tourism has plateaued as a percentage of GDP. The baht has stayed stubbornly strong, making Thailand pricier for many nationalities. The country is still recovering from COVID's brutal hit to its tourism sector, which contributed nearly 20% of pre-pandemic GDP. Thailand's long-term play is going upmarket. Fewer budget tourists, more luxury resorts, more medical tourists, more high-spending visitors. Here's the paradox. Thailand is trying to become less of a budget destination on purpose. Government policy has actively pushed toward quality over quantity tourism. Vietnam? It's welcoming everyone with open arms, and the numbers are surging. We have to talk about this, because it affects everything. Overall, both countries are safe. Violent crime against tourists is genuinely rare in both Thailand and Vietnam. You are statistically unlikely to be physically harmed in either place, but safe as layers. In Thailand, the main risks are road accidents. The country has one of the highest road fatality rates in the world, and the occasional tourist scam. The Tuk Tuk Gem store hustle in Bangkok is practically a cultural institution at this point. In Vietnam, petty theft, particularly bag snatching on motorbikes in major cities, is a more frequent complaint. It's not violent, but it's jarring, and it happens. For women traveling solo, Thailand generally gets higher marks. The solo female travel community has a longer, more established support network there. Vietnam is improving, but Thailand's infrastructure for solo women travelers is simply more developed. For LGBTQ+ travelers, Thailand wins, and it's not close. Bangkok's LGBTQ+ scene is one of the most vibrant in all of Asia. Vietnam is more conservative culturally, though same-sex relationships are not criminalized. Safety isn't just about crime statistics. It's about how protected and visible you feel when something goes wrong. And on that measure, Thailand has the edge. Here's a thought that might flip everything you just heard. What if both countries are actually losing to a third competitor? Enter Indonesia, specifically Bali. For years, Bali was in the conversation as a budget destination. Then it got too popular. Prices rose. Infrastructure groaned. Overtourism became a genuine crisis. Sound familiar? Because here's the uncomfortable truth. The very success that makes Thailand and Vietnam attractive, the internet fame, the Instagram feeds, the travel influencer economy, is the same force that's destroying their affordability. Every viral TikTok of a $1 bowl of pho in Hanoi sends 1,000 more tourists there. Demand rises. Prices follow. The $1 bowl becomes $2, then $3. And somewhere a local who used to eat there every morning quietly stops going. Cambodia is watching. Laos is watching. Even Georgia, the country, not the state, is sprinting to position itself as Europe's budget alternative, and it's working. The real question isn't Thailand versus Vietnam. The real question is, how long does either country stay genuinely affordable before the algorithm prices real travelers out? Here's the central contradiction of this whole debate. The things that make a country a great budget destination, low prices, authentic culture, underdeveloped tourism infrastructure, are exactly the things that disappear the moment the world finds out about it. Thailand discovered this in the 90s. Vietnam is discovering it now. The budget paradise you're chasing? It exists in a window of time as much as a location on a map. Government versus market. Development versus authenticity. Accessibility versus preservation. Both Thailand and Vietnam are wrestling with this in real time, and neither has fully solved it. Thailand chose development. It got richer. It lost some soul. Vietnam is still in the golden window, but that window is closing. So, who wins? Let me paint you two futures. Vietnam stays on its current trajectory. Economic growth keeps pace without completely destroying affordability. The government invests in infrastructure without pricing out budget travelers. Vietnam becomes the new Thailand, but smarter, faster, more diverse, and captures the next generation of travelers who are tired of feeling like they're walking through a tourist factory. In this future, Vietnam is the greatest budget travel story of the 21st century. But then there's the other future. Vietnam's rising prices and infrastructure gaps frustrate travelers. Thailand's decades of experience, world-class healthcare, digital nomad ecosystems, and cultural polish keep it irreplaceable. The people who tried Vietnam come back to Thailand because ease, in the end, has a price that budget travelers are willing to pay. In this future, Thailand proves that being the original still matters. Here's the honest answer, and I know this is going to frustrate some of you. For pure budget value right now, Vietnam wins. For overall experience, ease, infrastructure, and long-term reliability, Thailand wins. They're not competing for the same traveler. They never really were. Vietnam is for the adventurous, the curious, the ones who want to feel like they discovered something. Thailand is for the ones who want the adventure to come with a safety net. And, depending on who you are, both answers are correct. The real budget travel revolution isn't happening in Phuket or Hanoi. It's happening in the mind of every person watching this right now, deciding what value actually means to them. Is it the cheapest possible price? The smoothest possible experience? The most authentic possible moment? Because that answer determines your destination. So here's what I want you to do. Drop it in the comments right now. Team Thailand or Team Vietnam, and why? I want the actual debate. The real reasons. The stories. Not just the flag emojis. If this breakdown gave you something to think about, or something to argue about, hit the like button. It genuinely helps more people find this channel. And if you want next episode, where we break down Bali versus the Philippines versus Colombia in the exact same format, subscribe, because that one might actually break the internet. See you in the next one.